We're just about to have a repeat performance, apparently backed by popular demand. Is that right, William? William is going to be doing a presentation this afternoon on robotic process automation barriers to implementation and the critical success factors. William is the co-director of IBM's Centre of Excellence in Business Analytics from Deakin University. So without further ado, can we please welcome William?
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, after lunch breaks, usually it's a bit challenging to keep your attention. So I have a quiz. Okay, guys, 30 seconds, work it out. You're all smart people. Any suggestions?
150.
Okay, yeah. I will tell the answer, okay. Any other suggestion? Some of my mates, they know, yeah, they'll see it. Be careful, this is multiply there. Yeah? 50, yes, I heard, yeah. 120, yeah. Be careful, okay? Now you need to put on your RPA head, yeah? It's different kind of animal. Yeah. So this bunch of banana, there are 4, and this one, there are only 3 bananas. Be careful. See, so it's the clock. Yeah, 3 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Yeah. Come on. All right. Okay. Let's go through together. Let's see. Well, guys, as you can see here, you see this 45 means each one is 15. Fair enough? Yeah, 15. And this one 23. So 15. So 23 minus 15, 8. Yeah. So we have 2 bunches. So 1 is 4. Fair enough? 4. And how many bananas? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 for each. Fair enough? So 4 plus what? You get 10. Yeah, 6. Yeah, and 3 o'clock. So 3 plus 3, 6. Fair enough. Now we got the answer. So 2 o'clock, 3 banana. Yeah, you got it. But be careful. This is a multiply, and this one is different. So this one for 15, you see there are 6 hexagon, pentagon, and a square. So 6, 5, 4 is 15. So each side 1, right? Agree? Yeah. So here you minus the 4, so you get an 11. 11 times 3, 33. 33 plus 3. Yeah, and plus 2, 38. Good. Excellent. So guys, this tells us that we need to put on our RPA head now. Throw away our traditional IT. It's different kind of animal. This is about business process management or workflow management. Next slide. Okay, so as we can see from this picture, nowadays in Japan, there are a number of restaurants already using this kind of mini robots for their small restaurants because the labor cost over there is so expensive. Yeah, it's already there. And yeah. So next one. So guys, over these 2 days, we have heard there are a number of benefits for RPA. Yeah. So like as we can see here, 100% accuracy, okay, productivity, 24/7, 365 days, blah blah blah. Yep. So what are the critical success factors for RPA? Well, first thing, based on my research and our case studies, I would suggest we should treat RPA as our teammate, just like our partnership. You have a boyfriend, girlfriend, okay, or wife or husband, that kind of partnership. Yeah. But of course, for some guys, this would be the ideal partnership. You can do almost everything, isn't it? However, the real partnership should be in this fashion. Okay, just like the 50 team. Yeah, buddy and his mate. Yeah. So in other words, we should treat robot as a partner that can take over our repetitive, routine, boring jobs. Okay, like those data entry, yeah, or we're having coffee, or having more strategy or more important tasks. Yes, that kind of thinking. So in other words, we should achieve greater productivity with the same number of people. therefore ensuring job security. That's a very important point here, job security. Yeah. If job security is threatened, then your process, your proposal or your project is not that likely to be welcome. Fair enough, yeah? So that's the first takeaway. Next one is about the culture of business innovation. Yeah. How open or flexible or innovative your organization. Yeah. So this is very important for Japanese companies. They have this tradition of Kaizen. Kaizen Kai means improve, okay, or innovate. San means better. So they have. I worked for Sony about 20 years ago. Yeah, as an intern. Yeah. So they have this Kaizen for the whole company. So this team, Kaizen team, they can improve any business process, anything they observe. So they will imagine this is a CD player production line. Okay, yeah. So the industrial engineer was stand there whole day 8 hours just taking how many seconds this process take, how many seconds that process take, and then at the end of the day, this say 30 people production line. Yeah. Then they will have a total number of seconds. Okay, for probably 90 seconds for this process. Blah blah blah. Then they will think about, okay, what about we put in a robotic arm, okay, or some other robotic stuff. So anyway, so that Kaizen culture, okay, that innovation thinking must be there first, okay. And of course, I believe this is from top-down approach. Yeah. And let me share with you some digging stories. As I've mentioned briefly yesterday during the panel, at Digin, we have a VC Vice Chancellor who is very supportive of innovative culture or innovation in sorts. And we have also the CIO of the year, Mr. William Confinery. Okay, so yeah, he has received the CIO of the year a couple of times. For the whole Australia. Okay. So as you can see here, we have won international awards. Okay, we compete with overseas university and all others. And also like this one, the Digin and IBM partnership, in which I'm part of the co-applicant for this award. So yeah, our effort have been recognized over the time. So why we got the award? Yeah, because we have this I would say sexy, cool toy, because of the innovative I would say the innovation that can help students. Okay, first thing, we are not GA, we are not traditional, Sydney U or the Melbourne U. Yeah, the brand is there. We are a young university, only 41 years this year, young university. So how can we position ourselves? We are not another ordinary university, another uni. No. We are very good at digital frontier. We can help your study, especially your part-time student or students you are from a different socio-economic background. And we can help you. And how and why? Here. So this is the Watson tool we are using at Digin University. It has been in place for a couple of years now. So students, they log in their Digin Sync portal, so they can access to all their student-related information, tuition fee, exam time, okay, unit courses, everything, email through this one single login. Yep. And then of course over here we have the Ask Watson as well. You can ask Watson anything about your study. Okay. For example, how much is your tuition fee? They will know immediately because when you log in, they will know your information. Are you an international student or a local student? Yeah. And how many units or subjects you are doing in this trimester? Yeah. All these are calculated, and that's why they can answer you in a personalized or customized fashion. Give you the answer you really want or you need. And again, the same nowadays, all students, they have mobile phones, yeah? Some even got 2, for example. So you don't have to log in, you can ask this phone anytime, anywhere, 24/7, 365 days. Fair enough, yeah? So you can ask, when is the exam date? When is the, whatever question that's relevant, yeah, you can ask through the mobile phone. And this is the Watson tool, it's not FAQ. Watson means it has deep learning as well. So over the times, okay, every week we have at least 1,000 questions. So after 1 year we have I heard 50, as you can see here, I think 50,000 questions. Okay, so they will learn through this text mining, okay, deep learning, and then we can even come up with nearly that kind of FAQ questions. So we know what you really need, and we can publicize this as well. So this thing that really help our students to improve their, the learning, experience at Digin. Can you imagine that? Next one, is this Deakin Genie that I mentioned yesterday. Yeah. This Deakin Genie is not another Watson. It's different kind of student support tool as well. So for example, we can just chat using chat box with the student. Okay, then, for example, okay, like this example, let's look at this. So the assignment, the group assignment is due pretty soon. Okay, Friday, blah blah blah, and then this is your group mate, and then this app okay to alert you. You have a group assignment meeting coming soon. Your assignment due this day, and you have not accessed your assignment yet. You see, so this kind of a learning experience has helped students tremendously in the study. Okay, especially students who are busy. You know, nowadays we have been a student before. Many students work part time, got family, work commitment, blah blah. So this tool will help them organize all their their studies. So and I believe okay, in part this kind of innovation and the culture, more importantly, has helped our students to organize their group work and also their study. Yeah, and therefore when our teams of students like Deakin student here. Yeah, we went for this the Watson Analytics global competition, and last year it was held in Las Vegas. So we won the worldwide champion title. Yeah. So in short, we are Deakin, we are open, okay, and to innovation, and we really want to help our students. Next one, next success factor for RPA. Okay, now back to RPA is this. In my, our case studies, we found that it's very important to identify the business process. Okay, the business process excellence scope that we want to focus on. Just like I spoke to one of the guys here, okay, during the lunch break. Yep, yeah. We need to bring the umbrella, the big umbrella, and then put on there. Okay, this is the business scope. The project, the business process. So we need to stabilize the business process. Okay, not optimize it. Okay, because sometimes we put in RPA, you may have different kind of thinking. But just put in, okay, bring the umbrella, put in, yeah, stabilize that process, standardize it. Just like, imagine in the good old days, you have the manufacturing production lines. It's the same idea. Robotic here is just a software. But it's the same idea. We need to understand, okay, then using workflow software, okay, Microsoft Visual, the most basic one, and all others, web app, blah, blah, you can get it, from the market. Then, next job is to really put in the robotic arms, okay, the robotic automation. I don't mean you replace human with another robot, not that thinking. But perhaps you need to re-engineer your business process, okay, yeah, and perhaps you need quality control set here because you still need someone to, perhaps to do the quality check as well. And according to KPMG, any KPMG guy here? I hope not. According to their survey, yeah. The top barrier to this RPA implementation is actually the business process issue. Yeah, some companies they fail to identify, okay, the low-hanging fruit, the right business process. Like this case broad spectrum, Lian, talked about yesterday. I happened to talk to my few people is here. Yep. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, the project for the broad spectrum initially, the phase 1 was only like a 6 digit, less than $500,000. I don't specific, less than $250,000. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's so cheap compared to ERP, which is multi-millions project. You see, and involves lots of re-engineering, blah blah. But this is so cheap. So my advice, if you ask me, just do it. But don't simply do it. Focus on some low-hanging fruit. Okay, get a small process. That one, 200K. Yeah, 3 months project. Actually, that one is just 2 months plus. Yeah, and then they will give you the roadmap. Okay, 2 months this, then after this, then you celebrate the small wins, and then it will justify the cost already immediately. People see, good. So next one, another 200K. See, so that's my thinking. Yeah. Anyway, so business process is very important. Next one is after identifying the business process, we know which area, which umbrella which area to put in the umbrella. Next one is the solid business case. And in this solid business case, my argument is that we need to quantify it. We can't say better productivity, more better customer retention, blah blah. No, you see this Japanese firm, they are using this Watson tool, the insurance firm, and they managed to replace 34 staff members. I don't think you can see this, but anyway, but they have a very good, a solid business case using number. As the saying goes, we can't manage what we can't measure. Fair enough, even for benchmarking or later comparison. So therefore, it's critical for us to provide this kind of, so-called break-even analysis. Or let me give you an example, a real example. Okay, so this is a real-world example. Okay, we can do our net present value analysis. So, say this is RPA over a period of time, and then we have the one-time cost, okay, and probably small maintenance cost, blah, 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 depreciation, blah, blah. So at the end of the day, we can come up with this quantifiable figure, number talks. Yeah. So then, people will believe, and then the break-even for this project, for example, this is a massive one, so 2.5 years. But people see the benefit immediately, the number talks, the dollar talks. You see what I mean here? We can't just say, it's better, yeah, trust me, it's good, yeah, but what? Okay, so do the max, yeah. Then another example, how can we quantify those intangible benefits or costs? Yeah, someone asked me this question previously. Well, let's look at this example. Suppose we believe that, okay, there's 60%, okay, chance that 1 out of 10 workers will be distressed, blah, blah, and then normal profit is this, blah, blah. So how much is the distress cost? Opportunity cost. What if this guy is, okay? So you see that thinking, we need to switch our thinking. So the same if this is the profit deduction 10%, so 1 out of 10, 10%, and this is the cost, so we get this. And 60% chance of happening, we get this figure. So that figure, that quantifier figure, that will help us to justify the business case. So for example, someone said, okay, yes, yeah, you got RPA, yeah, but so what, okay, now still we have the same headcount, same FTE. Still there, we still have to pay the same amount. But with this kind of figure, you see, now people are happier, less distress cost. So how much we have gained actually? 120K immediately. Can you see that? That is how we can build a business case. And I believe that is a critical success factor. Quantify it, yeah. Okay, next one, we have, heard about this, yeah, here already. So I don't want to repeat too much, but still it is very critical that this RPA should sit at the business side, because only business people know their business process inside out. Yeah, they process the business acumen, and they have been working there, say, at least 10, 30 years. So that's why the business process owner should be part of the project team. They are the one who understand the process. Yeah, and sometimes they may have their own way of modifying the process. Okay, anyway, yeah. But the IT people need to be on board from day one, because the IT people, they understand, the architecture behind those things below the floor. Yeah. So this is above floor, this is below floor. So they understand the complication. Okay, as very big companies like Geeking alone, we have over 100 different information systems. We have PeopleSoft, we have student finance, we have student enrollment, and admission, different kind of architecture. But because this different system traditionally they don't talk to each other. It's hard. Yeah. They are of different vendors, different data structure, blah blah. And then suddenly, because of this OCR technology, then AI, and machine learning, blah blah, so we can train OCR, become AI, blah blah. So now we are looking at user interface communication. I used to teach SOA, service-oriented architecture. It was a buzzword some times ago. Yeah. At that time we look at service-driven, okay, and then you change the business process. I don't care whether it's there's a famous saying from the Chinese former premier. Any Chinese here? I don't care whether it's a black cat or white cat, as long as it can catch a rat. It's a good cat, right? So SOA is that concept. Okay, I don't care how the business, that layer business process work, automate, control, delete that business process. Yeah, that's simple one. Then as long as I get the service, yeah. So the same idea over here. Yeah. So UI is the most low-hanging fruit, very easy to tackle. Why? Because you just copy, okay, OCR, and then you train, and then you will do the data entry. That's the stage one. The task, robot. Of course, you have the semi-structured social media, okay, semi-structured data, and then you have the final one, the more matured one, which is the cognitive, the automation. So Watson is more this level, okay. But this one is very easy. You see what I mean? That's why I say it's cheap, but do it with the support of IT from day one. So it got to be business-driven, not customer-focused. Okay, someone has to really direct the project, okay, and do it. Next one is the RPA. I think David yesterday has presented a great presentation on this RPA. Yes, I personally, okay, I truly believe this is the right approach. Probably day one we shouldn't call it as a COE, okay. It may not be mature enough, but we can call it as a team first, okay, RPA team. And RPA team, okay, these are like, for example, this is based on UiPath suggestion. We should have this, kind of stakeholders within the COE team. You need a sponsor for sure, yeah, and a project champion, yeah, all those business RPA business solution, you see, there are different kind of skill set involved. You need people who can, analyze business process, the workflow, and then using those diagrams, okay, illustrate it, and then even try to, simulate, okay. Then people can see the benefit, and you can do simulation. Sometimes, okay, before the empirical study, you can even do the simulation, the experiment first, and you can calculate easily. And then, of course, the field study, and then you can see the difference. So, ideal case and the actual case may not be the same as always. Yeah, human, it's a bit different. So COE is a good way because of the knowledge repository, knowledge bank, and then the scalability in the near future. Of course, RPA, we need to start small, yeah. So it will grow. So his team will help. And then, of course, not only the knowledge management, but the skill set, and also the visibility, yeah, the visibility. So yeah, so COE is a good approach. So we agree with that. And next one is this: treat RPA as an enterprise capability. So we should treat RPA as an enterprise capability or a framework, okay, as a framework. In other words, we are building the foundation for a tower block rather than a number of small silo bungalows. Yeah, this is a very important thinking. Just imagine that, okay, you are now outsourcing. You're doing a lot of outsourcing, okay, to India, Philippines, or China, okay. Yeah, but remember outsourcing involving offshoring, especially. Then you are also having risk with the currency exchange rate. Today, the AUD to USD is at 76 cents. Probably, okay, 2 years later, it might become 50 cents or $1. You see that concern? So offshoring is a risk as well. So therefore, RPA should be treated as a higher level thing, more business value level as a capability. So now we can do it using the robot. So we do not need to worry too much about the currency exchange rate, yeah, or people issue, etc. So that layer, when we talk about that layer, the CXO, they see the benefit immediately, yeah, because another robotic arm or person is just another piece of the puzzle. So it is very important to have that mindset and to sell across the board. And yep. Another one, as in summary, okay, I truly believe we should think big, have the framework, the capability, business value, okay, that kind of thinking, but start small, okay, project scoping first and move fast. Make it 2 months, okay, people see the benefits, see the result. Let me give you a quick example also. If you observe, this thing will move, yeah. Like this Carrie, yesterday she mentioned about using chatbot to book an appointment, yeah, for example, yeah. Also the same at Deakin for a university library. Well, I can't access, to other university libraries. We need to log in. But anyway, at Deakin, the other day, yeah, when I was preparing this slide, yeah, I logged in the university library, and then I was asking for an RPA book, blah blah. But then the book is not available. Then I said, can you please check in the library loan? Because in Australia, although we compete university and university, but we also collaborate at the same time. So we can get interlibrary loan from other universities. So then I asked the question. Suddenly a chatbot pop up. Then I asked how many days it takes, okay, to get the book from interstate. The answer given is which book you want. So I type in the title, okay. Then the immediate answer within, okay, just 1 second. This book is not available in Australia. You see? Yeah. This is the answer that we need, isn't it? Rather than wait for next day, email reply, yeah, blah blah blah, 2 days, and then I reply, I need this book. You see what I mean? To and fro. So chatbots is also another good example. For anyone here, and I believe many of you are actually embarking, on that endeavor. Chatbots is the very, low hanging fruit, and just like Deakin, Genie 2, or anyway, I should not comment too much. But because immediately nowadays it's a mobile world, yeah. So yeah, chatbox is the best tool, and people don't like to fill in a lot of forms. They just like to talk, okay, just like the appointment. So you see the library support chatbox, yeah. So think about chatbot. That's my suggestion. And last but not the least, yeah, we should pay great attention to communications. Communicate, and communicate. And how to communicate? Of course, nowadays we got the intranet, okay, the internal Wikipedia, okay, the Yammer, yeah, all those tools as well, yes. But that's a bit semi-structured. Remember that? Yep, you can communicate, yes. But from my observation, okay, at Deakin, we are using this approach, multi-level marketing. Yeah, multi-level marketing means, Okay, from each faculty, we identified a so-called champion faculty level because this guy understands a lot of faculty, challenges. This guy engineering, okay, they are all very technical, geek minds, so they probably Then the business school, okay. Then the education, the health school, okay, blah blah. So we identify a local champion, and then we pilot test with them, okay. Then get a feedback, yeah. Then of course after this project is in full implementation mode, then this local champion will train their colleagues, okay, another few. You see what I mean? So that kind of a multi-level marketing, yeah. And of course throughout the whole process, through the COE, Center of Excellence approach, we document all those things, okay. We have regular meeting, monthly meeting at least, yeah. So then this level people, okay, the first two level people, yeah, they will drive the whole thing. Yeah, they will drive the whole thing, yeah. So so slowly over the time, so at the end of the day, okay, the whole company, okay, they will be benefited from this implementation and more importantly, the innovation. So that's my belief of a success factor. Thank you. And welcome.
So questions, please. I'm sure people have got lots. You covered a lot there. Brilliant. A lot. So, any burning questions, thoughts or comments?
Does Deakin University have like a degree in process automation or artificial intelligence? And if so, has things like Watson seen a massive increase in interest from students?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, of course we have Bachelor of Computer Science, okay, or Master, that covers AI as well. But we have a unique course, Master of Business Analytics and Master of Data Analytics. We are the first university in Australia offering Master of Business Analytics. Yeah, and through the COE, as you can see, our students, they have been crowned the world champion in the Business Analytics global competition. Yeah, because our students, they are equipped with hands-on practical. In addition to their lecture or traditional tutorial, means every week they have lab practical sessions. And online students, whether you're in Singapore or in Perth, they can access to the practical through the cloud. So therefore, they can have some hands-on and practical, and also and then at the end of the day, they need to submit a practical assignment. Do a practical assignment. So therefore, our students from day one, they find the job market, they can work. Yeah. So yes, a little bit of PR for the game. But honestly, we are really good, and at this regard. Yeah. Not because of my position, but as a parent, okay, I have two little girls as well. I will really send them to this kind of college because of the hands-on employability-driven approach. And of course, yeah. Yes, thanks. Yes, Dave.
How to use or how to apply Watson. What was some of the thinking or the different options you looked at before you landed on the one you've talked about just today?
Yes, okay, why did we adopt Watson? Very easy, okay. If I can go back to the slide. Yeah, let me be honest to you, yeah. Why we adopted Watson? Very easy, because idea came to us first. Okay, then our VC, our CIO, they smell it, okay, then immediately, okay, let's do it. You see, as I mentioned to you, because actually, it's not a very complicated business process in engineering. We are not replacing the student advisor. At DD, we have more than 80 student advisors across 4 different campuses, remember that? Yeah, and sometimes students, some explain new student, international student, their questions are quite, peripheral or minor, But because they are so new, only a few weeks, on the campus. So this kind of tool will help them answer a lot of FAQ or all those customized questions because it's based on their login. So why we adopt Watson? And Watson, it has deep learning as well. Yeah, so over the time, we know what are the student concerns because we also have business analysts analyze the student question, and then we know, actually, yeah, they want to complain, but they have no way to complain. So then we set up another box, student complaint box, now at the Watson, as a result of the Watson application, which the lecturer, the teachers do not like it much. But it's good for students. Yeah, they have this as a channel of the voice. Okay, and we have appointed also as a result a dean of students who take care of the students' affair, a dedicated post. You see?
I might just
just add a little bit to that because I'm actually ex-IBM and helped train that system
Yes.
in Watson. So part of the use case was around what's low touch, low cost, and where there are real pain points. Where this was really where different faculties had different people to answer these student questions. And it was, the knowledge was really spread out across the university. So a lot of it was about how do we amalgamate that and provide a consistent experience for our student base. And it really started very simple, web-based chatbot, natural language processing and question answer pair, and we really just trained it using a question answer pair approach. And over time, it seems like after speaking to Dr. William that they've expanded into more voice-based processes as well, but still back-end is exactly the same. So it's a very low-cost way to build on top. And I don't want this to be an advertisement for IBM. This is really the same for any other similar technologies.
Yes, yeah, indeed. Yeah, thanks for your kind comment. And as a result of that, Deakin suddenly received a lot of attention around the world because of this unique innovation. Probably we are one of few in the world. Yeah, I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we received a number of awards, and also the people involved, like the CIO, the director for the Watson program, and even myself through my Center of Excellence received another the premier this governor award. You see, then our CV, our profile, so everyone is happy. So why not? That's why RPA is a low-hanging fruit. Just do it. Put a umbrella. Yeah, identify the small scope. Start small and move fast. It's easier than ERP. Actually I do some research in ERP as well. RPA is really straightforward. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry to ask another question. Just looking towards the future, what are the current research areas in this place? What are the PhD students doing? Where are you getting your grants? What are you doing with your grant money?
Yes, yeah, well, of course, I received IBM faculty grant and 2 years in a row, which was a big news in our uni. First time, actually in Australia, Larry, academics or researcher, received internationally competitive IBM faculty award. If you look at the website, only a few uni in the world get it. But because of my relationship with IBM, that's why I said it's a teammate relationship. RPA also the same. So of course, then through the Center of Business Analytics, we organize conference. Yeah. So in terms of PhD student, we have PhD students who are doing great research in business analytics approach. Of course, now we're talking about big data. But another word, big data to me is just a buzzword. Traditionally, we have data warehousing, then business intelligence and business analytics. Now big data, because the vendors, they want to sell their products or package it. Okay? Sorry, vendors. But this is the reality. So big data, actually, big data is unstructured or semi-structured data, more about video, audio, those social media analytics. But it's still the same thing. We need to organize it, and then back to structure. Only structured data you get meaning. Yeah, it's the same. It's just the pre-processing. Yeah, just a data mining. So now we're looking at this, data quality, all this cloud, EI, all those area. And I'm supervising a number of students as well. And I welcome industry. If you have some great idea, you don't have to pay 150K to get a PhD graduate. You can come to us first, okay? Sponsor PhD scholarship, 30,000 per year, for example, and then explore this project first. Then if you like project, okay, or you like the student, you can even recruit them. But anyway, that's different story. But you can start with first, work with uni or uni you're affiliated with. And there's always this kind of innovation drive from government as well. If you put in 50K, the government put in 50K. And remember, you have R&D tax, so you get another 30%. So at the end of the day, you're putting in 30K, you get 100K in return. But people industry may not realize there's such innovation grant available. Yeah.
I'm just curious about Until with Watson.
Yes.
Do you have any insights into the evaluation, or is that a black box?
Evaluation insights.
Yeah, you've got a lot of people. You've got 50,000. Questions.
Yes.
Some of them are going to be wrong.
Yes.
With natural language processing, how do you measure that, or is that something which only Watson knows?
Yes. Well, of course, that's a very good question. Thanks for that. Yeah, we have some data analysts. Yeah, they look at all questions. Line by line. Yeah, and they do manual interpretation, manual clustering or classification. They still do it line by line. So we still have human involvement, although Watson is there. But Watson is still a relatively new AI engine, so we still have human being line by line. But we also, based on that analysis, we realized we need a student complaint channel, so that's why we have that. Yeah, so still human involvement. Yes.
always a place for humans, folks. So take away this conference.
Okay, any last questions before we move on to the panel? No? Fantastic. Can we put our hands together for William? Okay, besides afternoon tea, I won't do that. We have a panel discussion on governance, compliance, roles and responsibilities when implementing robotics process automation. And I'd like to welcome to the panel up to the stage